Here is a review of your MT3 LT4 affirmation. You said you didn't understand this, but you're really not that far off. It's a right triangle, so we're going to use Pythagorean theorem. That is, the hypotenuse squared equals the leg squared plus the leg squared. And you came up with the expression for each of these, so I'm going to say 9 plus 2x squared equals 6 plus 2x squared plus x squared. Now we're going to solve this. So we're going to multiply 9 plus 2x out. Well, that's a perfect square, so that's 81 plus 9 times 2 is 18. Double that, you get 36x plus 4x squared equals 36 plus 24x plus 4x squared plus x squared. I don't know why I put a squared on that first term. I just noticed that. You don't need to do that. That was wrong. Now I'm going to rewrite this in standard form and combine my like terms. Oh, I put my squared there. So we get 4x squared plus 36x plus 81 equals, now I got some like terms over here because 4x squared plus x squared, well, that's 5x squared. So 5x squared plus 24x plus 36. Now we want to solve this. Well, to solve a quadratic, we want to make it equal to 0. So let's subtract 4x squared from both sides. When you subtract 4x squared from both sides, notice the 4x squareds cancel. 5x squared minus 4x squared is x squared. Let's subtract 36x from both sides. So then we get 0 on the left. And on the right side, 24 minus 36 would be negative 12x. And then finally, we'll subtract 81 from both sides. Let me see, 11 minus, well, it's 0 here, so I'm going to write 0. 11 minus 6 is 5. Can't write very well. Let's try that again. And 7 minus 3 is 4. Since we're going to solve this by factoring, I'm going to factor this quadratic now. I need two numbers that multiply to negative 45, but at the same time they add to negative 12. Well, that would be 15 and 3. So x minus 15 and x plus 3. So that means x minus 15 equals 0, which means x equals 15. Or x plus 3 equals 0, x equals negative 3. Negative 3 is a solution to the quadratic, but it's not a solution to the problem because you can't have a side length that's negative. So now let's go back and let's substitute those in. We know the length of the short leg is 15. We know the longer leg is 6 plus 2 times 15. Well, 2 times 15 is 30. 30 plus 6 is 36. And then 2 times 15 is 30, plus 9 would be 39. Now, I would think, before we move on, let's do a quick check on your calculator. Let's go 15 squared plus 36 squared. We get 1521. Is that the same thing as 39 squared? Yes, it is. So you know you have that one right. Now, I gave you partial credit for this problem, so you mastered this affirmation, but I'm hoping you're watching it because it will show up again on your final affirmation and maybe someplace else. So you have to know how to do the problem completely, not just partially.